Shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak. Much respect to the men that's out here laboring, doing the work, to the 144,000 scattered abroad, unlike into a speckled bird. Peace, blessings, salutations into the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? So back out here again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai to bring out the truth to you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and you speckled bird Israelite foreigners that's scattered into all nations. So I'm gonna get into it. Let's go. Let's start at Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, thou knowest. O Lord power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the words of the Lord. Yeah. So we come out here, we bring out this word, you know what I mean? But our people still rejecting the truth that they are the people of the scriptures. They don't want to hear that. They FBA, they African American, they black. What's his name? Charleston White, just the other day, I'm not African, I'm a Texan. They everything but the people of the scriptures. He even said in the past, what, I'm not an Israelite. Tariq Nasheed, I'm not an Israelite. And they don't get that. That's why you see the world in conflict right now. Because the true rulers of the world, the Israelites, are not in power. 5, Ezekiel 37 and 5. Thus saith the Lord, behold, unto these bones, behold. Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Let's get one. Precept that. Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 21 and 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of dead. Yeah, them dead bodies, man. Spiritually dead, or dead to the knowledge of who we are, man, according to the scriptures. But you got this one in Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter. But it was all of the Lord anyway. The Lord is the one that took the knowledge from you. He the one that make you smart. He the one make you dumb. It's the Lord that do it. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever. Yeah. And not forever, because at the end of the day, the Lord, matter of fact, is this one right here. Chapter 1, verse 2. It's the second I must be second. Not here. I read it the other day. I know it's here. Let's go second Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1 and we jump down. The brethren, the Jews that be at Jerusalem and in the land of Judea, wish unto the brethren, the Jews that are throughout Egypt, health and peace. The Most High be gracious unto you, and remember his covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, his faithful servants. Yeah. So the Lord gonna always remember the covenant, but he's also gonna punish the Israelites. And part of that punishment is in this captivity right here is that we was gonna lose the knowledge of who we are according to the scriptures. In all the other captivities, we still remembered that we were Israelites. This one here, we forgot that. The Lord, it was beaten out of us. Let's go down. Let's go down to 25, 26, and 27. Second Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 20. Let's go 24. How you doing? Second Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 24. And the prayer was after this manner, O Lord, Lord power, creator of all things, who art fearful and strong and righteous and merciful, and the only and gracious King, the only giver of all things, the only just, almighty, and everlasting, thou that deliverest Israel from all trouble, and didst choose the fathers and sanctified them, receive the sacrifice for thy whole people Israel, and preserve thine own portion and sanctify it. Watch this part. Gather those together that are scattered from us, deliver them that serve among the heathen, look upon them that are despised and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our power. Punish them that oppress us, and with pride do us wrong. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the Lord gonna always remember Israel. He's gonna always remember the covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's always gonna remember that covenant. You know. Yeah, I came over here on this channel today, the fourth channel. So wanted to stay out the way and all that. And hey, I don't even want to really speak on it. I ain't even going to speak on it because I feel a way about it. I see it my way. They have their opinion. They see it their way. And hey, what can I do? Everybody entitled to their opinion. I was rebuked. Okay, I was rebuked. Maybe a little bit extra in my opinion, but hey, you know what I mean? So then people that I don't talk to them, don't do this, don't stay away from them, shun them, woo 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 woo. That's fine too. I'ma just do the work. I'm not even gonna speak on the situation no more. Hey, what's done is done, and at the end of the day, I'ma keep teaching. Lord willing, I'ma keep teaching. You know what I mean? Lord willing, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, ain't gonna be no, oh, he said, look what, I'm not doing that. We moving on from that. Let's get that one. Let's get that one. Ruth chapter 4 and let's start at 1, read down. Ruth chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the Lord that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life. Going back to them dry bones we was reading about, remaining in the congregation of the dead. You know, all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thy honor to another, nor things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. Yeah, that go back to trying to older. When Apostle Paul said that he was sent to the Gentiles and the other nations and the heathens can be grafted in. No, it's going to be Israelites scattered into those other nations. That's going to be of the elect. That's going to look like the other nations, but at the end of the day, they're going to be Israelites. It's not going to be no other nation other than Israel that's going to be involved in the covenant. For, O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us, who? By the prophets, by his men out here on the highways and byways teaching. You know? Be of good cheer, my people. The memorial is Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath, ye were delivered unto the enemies. That's why we ended up in a position we are without the knowledge of who we are and stripped of that, because the Lord is the one that did all these things to us. But then in the last days, going back to what we was getting into in Ezekiel the 37th chapter, in those last days, the Lord gonna send his men out here, and the nation of Israel is gonna start to remember themselves. We get that one later, Lord willing. In the land of captivity, you shall remember yourselves. Let's go. Ezekiel chapter 37 and 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Yeah, it kind of that scripture right there kind of make me remind me of what was that movie? Hellraiser. The first Hellraiser, when the dude ended up messing with the cube and all of them things came out and it ripped off his skin and his bones and he was nothing but bones. But then once he found the chick to help him, she was bringing him in people, and he was pretty much, the more people she brought, and he was sucking on them and it was putting his skin back on and all that. So it kind of remind me of that scene, seeing that. And that's the whole house of it. Well, it's going to say it right here. Ezekiel 37 and 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. Revelation 11 and 8. Matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get it. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So yeah, this city right here, this great city, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, All kinds of perversion go. Stop. It stopped, but I'm still here. Yeah. YouTube be doing that. I don't know. Hey, but hey, what you gonna do? Baruch chapter 2 and verse 30. I gotta keep watching it. It don't feel. Phone not hot. I don't know. It's not hot. It's not extra hot out here. Phone not hot. Baruch chapter 2 and start at 29 again. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. For I knew, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord, their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. So yeah, the name of the Lord is definitely very important. You gotta have the name. Scriptures say in Sirach 17, and the elect shall praise his holy name. So the name is part of that coming back and understanding, but then that skin, that knowledge, that flesh coming back on you, that understanding of what's going on in the scriptures and the true names of the Lord. Let's go 32 again. Baruch 2 and 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with the oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Nobody else. No other nations. The Israelites. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who the covenant is for. And return, look, 33, Baruch 2 and 32. And return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord, and I will bring them again unto the land which I promised with the oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people Israel out of the land that I have given them. So that also goes into the understanding of, that's how we know that them people over there in Jerusalem right now are not the people of the Bible. Hey, what's going on, man? We know that them people over there are not just they're not the people of the land. That's why they over there doing and moving how they move. Back to it. Let's go back to Ezekiel. Matter of fact, let's get that Deuteronomy. I thought about it being scattered. I could get that one. That's not what I thought about, though. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 63. And the heading over it is, Israel will be scattered. Deuteronomy 28 and 63. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoice over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, and ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So yeah, that go back to us being the Israelites being gathered from all nations, where the Lord gonna scatter us. But during this scattering, we discontinued from our heritage that we learned about in or we read in Jeremiah 17 and 4. Back to it. Let's go Ezekiel 37 and 13. Ezekiel 37 and 13. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. That's going back to what we just read about. The Lord gonna return us. We read that in Baruch, the second chapter. The Lord gonna return us. He gonna remember the covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. The word of the Lord came unto me again, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take for thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companion. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. That's why we come out here with the 12 tribes sign. Through faith, through the spirit of the Lord, and faith, we believe this to be true. So, you'll have vocab running around, chasing people all around the world, trying to debunk this, trying to debunk that. It's madness. It's just madness. Let's go. Who are we going to go next? First Chronicles 16. First Chronicles chapter. Let's go First Chronicles 16 and 10. Glory ye in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his face continually. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done, which wonders. Man, right there, it won't stop. Remember his marvelous works that he hath done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones. O ye seed of Israel, his servants, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones. Going back to the coming out here with the 12 tribes sign. This is why we have this sign right here. O ye seed of Israel, his servants, ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our power. His judgments are in all the earth. Be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. Like I said, they'll say, oh, well, that's the Old Testament. In the New Testament, the covenant was opened up to everybody. No, that's not the case. Be ye mindful, First Chronicles 16 and 15. Be ye mindful always of his covenant, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, even of the covenant which he made with Abraham and his oath with Isaac, and have confirmed the same to Jacob for a law, and to Israel for everlasting covenant. To Israel for everlasting covenant, man. Again, the covenant is with Israel forever. Even though we didn't know who we were discontinued from our heritage. We had that sometimes we had no knowledge of the names of the Lord or what the scriptures was actually saying. That didn't change the covenant. That never changed the covenant. Let's keep getting it. Let's go. It's not that. This must be. Okay, let's try this. Lock it. Give me 1 second. I wrote it down. 1554. Let's try that one. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Philemon. Let's go 1 and 1 and drop down. Paul, a prisoner of Yahushua Hamashiach, and Timothy, our brother, unto Philemon, our dearly beloved and fellow laborer, and to our beloved Apphia and Archippus, our fellow soldier, and to the church of thy house. Grace to you and peace from power our Father and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach. I thank my power, making mention of thee always in my prayers, hearing of thy love and faith which thou hast toward the Lord Yahushua and toward all saints, and toward all saints. So who are the saints? Toward all saints. That was the part. Towards all saints. Let's get it in Psalms. Psalms 148 and 13. Let them praise the name of the Lord and his name and his name. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. Going back to what we was reading. Philemon chapter 1 verse 5. Hearing of thy love and faith, which toward the east, which thou hast towards the Lord, Slaki. Hearing thy love and faith, which thou hast toward the Lord, Yahushua, and towards all saints. Yeah, the saints are the Israelites. All over the scriptures. That's who the word. That's who the men of the Lord was sent to. Was sent to the Lord. Matter of fact, let's get that. I was about to quote it. Might as well get it. Matthew 15 and 24. But he answered and said, I am, this is red letter, Yahushua speaking. I am not sent but unto the Lord's sheep of the house of Israel. So yeah. So all of the men of the Lord was sent unto the Lord's sheep of the house of Israel. And so just like back then, nothing new under the sun. Just like back then is just like now. So you had Israelites that had no knowledge in other nations, following the customs, the laws, and all these things of the other nations, that had no clue that they were Israelites. They had no clue of these things. Just like us now, we had no clue. This time, as a whole nation, we lost it. Before, it was certain Israelites that were scattered, but you still had men that at them times that always knew that they were Israelites. You know, because Northern Kingdom was taken away first. And so a lot of them lost the knowledge at the generations of who they were. Jeremiah, let's go there. Jeremiah chapter 2 and Jeremiah 2 and 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I remember thee. I remember thee. We read that the Lord in Isaiah, he said that Israel is say that the Lord had forsaken me. But the Lord was like, hey, a mother might forget her child, but I haven't forgotten you, because I engraved you on the palm of my hand. And then we read in Chronicles, First Chronicles, the 16th chapter, that the Lord remembered the covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for 1,000 generations. So, yeah, 2. Jeremiah 2 and 2. Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, Thus saith the Lord, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousal, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits. Jeremiah 2 and 3. Israel was not holiness, Salaki. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord. Yeah, the Lord sent the evil upon us, man. And the evil was going back to the title of the lesson. The evil in this day and age was so wicked that it beat the knowledge, the understanding of who we are according to the scriptures out of us. Even in some of the I did lessons in the past, and you can find them, the slaves for sale posters or whatever. They was going Hebrew. They knew that the Southern Kingdom, the people they brought over here on the Atlantic slave trade was the Israelites, and they knew Columbus knew that when he was coming over here to deal with the Northern Kingdom or the so-called Native American, he knew that when he was on the ship coming over here, that's why he had a Hebrew interpreter. He had about 5 of them with him, because he knew that these were the people of the scriptures. Let's get naked. Yeah, let's get naked. Yep. Stick to prophecy. Stick to prophecy. Nahum chapter 1 and let's go 12. Nahum chapter 1 and 12, read the 15. Thus saith the Lord, though they be quiet, and likewise many yet thus shall they be cut down when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more. For now will I break his yoke from off thee, and will burst thy bonds in sunder. And the Lord hath given a commandment concerning thee, that no more of thy name be sown out of the house of thy gods will I cut off the graven image, and the molten image, and I will make thy grave, for thou art vile. See? So that's going back to the Lord is the one that put us, the Ezekiel the 37th chapter. The Lord is the one that put us in these graves, in this dead state, this state where we forgot who we are. We had no remembrance of who we are according to the scriptures. The Lord is the one that afflicted us like that. 15. Behold, upon the mountains the feet of him that bringeth good tidings.
Hello, Moto.
Behold, upon the mountains the feet of him that bringeth good tidings, that publish peace. O Judah, keep thy solemn feast, perform thy vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through thee. He is utterly cut off. Yeah. So sooner or later, the Lord gonna restore Israel, and everybody that had a chance to pick at Israel's bones is not going to be able to pick at Israel's bones any longer, right? Let's get. This just came in my head. Just popped in my head through the spirit. 977. This is Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. Yeah. So the Lord just want Israel to turn back. The Lord said, we was reading how the Lord remembered Israel, how he was holiness unto me, he was following after me in the desert. That's all the Lord wants. But then also the Lord is the one that made Israel to go off. You know? But then it says in Hebrews, right? It says in Hebrews. Let's go Hebrews 8 and 6. But now have he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also is he the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. For finding fault with them, he saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Yeah, for finding fault with them. So we wasn't able to keep the first covenant to the standards that we needed to be. All of us had to be perfect in thought, perfect in actions, perfect in every way. That's why during the second covenant we could read about hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant and regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their minds and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a power, and they shall be unto me a people. Yeah, the Lord gonna write the law, statutes, commandments in our inward part, where we not gonna be able to go off. We not gonna be able to go off no more. Get back to it, Deuteronomy. This thing was always about Israel, period, man. It was never for anyone else. Deuteronomy chapter 1 and 1. These be the words which Israel, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of Jordan in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel and Laban and Hazeroth and Sahar. 3. And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses, and even that, going back to how you keep the times or whatever, this is according to the calendar. I mean, according to the moon. It wasn't no calendar, Slaki. It wasn't no calendar back then. It was by the moon. That's how they kept it, by the moon cycles. And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moses spake unto the children of Israel according to all the Lord have given him and commanded unto them, period, the Israelites. No other nations is involved in this covenant, man. Only Israel, only Israel. Mine, skip that one. Nehemiah then told me. Let's do it like that. I call Nehemiah first. Let's get that. Nehemiah chapter 1 and 1. Okay, yeah. Let's start at 2, Nehemiah 1 and 2. That Hananiah, one of my brethren, came, he and certain men of Judah, and I asked them concerning the Jews that had escaped, which were left of captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. It was always about the Israelites, no matter where they was at, scattered in Egypt or all of the places like Acts goes into the 5th chapter. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of captivity there in the province are in great affliction and reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. And it came to pass, when I heard these words, that I sat down and wept and mourned certain days, and fasted and prayed before the power of heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, power of heaven, the great and terrible power, that keepeth covenant and mercy to them that love him and observe his commandments. Who was given the law, statutes, and commandments? The Israelites. Only the Israelites was given the law, statutes, and commandments. So only the Israelites are the ones that can repent from sinning. Because the other nations, they not sinning when they go off. They not sinning because the laws wasn't given to them. So they could eat whatever they want, they could do whatever they want, but according to the scriptures, they not going off. Israel is going off when Israel do them things because the Lord chose us, man. The Lord chose us. Matter of fact, what's that one? It's the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and let's go 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper where wherever so thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then shalt have good success. So yeah, so we were supposed to do the like I said, we wasn't able to keep the law, statutes, commandments perfect. Because if we was able to do that, it wouldn't be no need for the second covenant. It wouldn't be no need for Yahweh Shai's sacrifice. Matter of fact, let's get that. Get one to back that up right there, that thought. It's in Galatians. Galatians chapter 2 and 16, and then we jump down. Galatians 2 and 16, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by faith in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Even we have believed in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, that we must be justified by the faith of Hamashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. So again, going back to it, even if you was able to keep the laws perfect, you're still not going to be justified by the law. You're still not going to be justified by the law. 21, that's the point. But I do not frustrate the grace of the Most High, for if righteousness come by the law, then Hamashiach is dead in vain. Yeah, it would be no need for the law, for Yahweh to have sacrificed Yahweh Shah. And that's a thing that a lot of camps and a lot of people are pushing. Y'all only Israelites, y'all only. They pushing that they justified by the law. And again, all of the things that you have to do to be justified by the law, as far as under the new covenant, the things that you have to do, and the sacrifices and offerings for sacrifice for sin that you have to do under the first covenant, nobody is able to do those things. Not able to do those things. You're not able to do those things. Let's go. Let's get that Tobit now. Book of Tobit, chapter 13 and 3. Let's start at 1 though. Tobit, chapter 13 and verse 1. Then Tobit wrote a prayer of rejoicing and said, Blessed be the power that liveth forever, and blessed be his kingdom. For he doth scourge and have mercy, and leadeth down to hell, and bringeth up again. That go back to them dead bones. The Lord is the one that put Israel in them graves, but now at the end, the Lord is the one that got his men out here and got the spirit of life coming back into the whole house of Israel. And as we understand this, get this knowledge and get the understanding and start to believe that we Israelites again, going back to that revelation, now they scared of that. Now that got everybody jockeying for position. Now that got them trying to push their agenda. Now it was agenda 2030. Now they got an agenda 2025. This is what's going on. They trying to make adjustments on the fly. You know, they scrambling. They in the pocket scrambling, trying to figure it out. Okay, over an hour. We ain't gonna go too much longer. Let's go Tobit chapter 13 and yeah, let's get to it again. For he doth scourge and have mercy. He leadeth down to hell and bringeth up again. Neither is there any that can avoid his hand. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. For he hath scattered us among them, among the Gentiles. So in the scattering, matter of fact, whole lot, bro. Watch this. Yep. Let's go. Hosea chapter 8 and 8. Israel shall be swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. Yeah. Swallow up amongst the Gentiles, learning the ways of the Gentiles. Yeah, I caught it that time. Soon as it zapped out on me that time. YouTube is a mess. YouTube is a mess. But Hosea chapter 8 and 8. Israel is swallowed up. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. Yeah. So again, like I was saying, Israel is scattered among the Gentiles, and they taking up the ways of the Gentiles. So in the eyes of the Lord, that's a vessel that's no pleasure. The Lord has no pleasure in them. But now as we starting to remember ourselves, and we starting to call on the names of the Lord, now things are changing. Now things are changing. Let's go back to it where I was at. Tobit chapter 13 and 3. Confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he hath scattered us among them. We just read that. Swallowed up among the Gentiles. There declare his greatness and extol him before all the living, for he is our Lord and he is our power, our Father forever. And he will scourge us for our iniquities, and will have mercy again, and will have mercy again. And that's the Ezekiel the 37th chapter. That's the Lord having mercy on us again and putting us in remembrance of who we are according to the scriptures. And he will scourge us for our iniquities, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations among whom he hath scattered us. If ye turn to him with your whole heart and with your whole mind, and deal uprightly before him, then will he turn unto you, and will not hide his face from you. Therefore see what he will do. See what he will do with you, and confess him with your whole mouth, and praise the Lord of might, and extol the everlasting King. In the land of my captivity do I praise him. We read that in Baruch, right? Baruch the 2nd chapter, in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves, right? And praise the Lord of might, and extol the everlasting King. In the land of my captivity do I praise him, and declare his might. and majesty to a sinful nation. O ye sinners, turn and do justice before him, who can tell if he will accept you and have mercy on you. Yeah, so nobody knows who's of the elect, man. Nobody knows who is and who ain't of the elect, man. You know what I mean? So we all got to keep that in mind, man. You know, we come down with you know, you come down and how you deal with a person and this and that. Hey, our righteousness is all as filthy rags, man. Righteousness all is as filthy rags. Got that one. That one. Let's get Isaiah. Went through the list pretty quick though. Got through the list. You know, a couple more I could pick here and there. Let's go. Yeah, Isaiah. Isaiah 44. Isaiah 44 and 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and flood upon a dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed and my blessing upon thy offspring. And that go back to Ezekiel the 37th chapter. Them dry bones, the spirit of the Lord being coming back into the bones. Prophesy unto the wind. Say to them dry bones. 3, for I will pour Isaiah 44 and 3. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. You seeing all these things happen right now, right before your eyes. This is prophecy being fulfilled. Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, I am the first, and I am the last, and besides me there is no power. And who as I shall call and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people, and the things that are coming and shall come, yet them shall, yet, Salakia. Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 7. And who as I shall call and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people, and the things that are coming and shall come, let them show unto them. Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have not I told thee that time, from that time, and have declared it? Ye are even my witnesses. Is there a power besides me? Yea, there is no power. I know not any. Yeah, man. So nobody is going to be able to stop the Israelites from waking up, from rising up, and standing up in the boldness and the knowledge of who they are according to the scriptures once the Lord set it in motion. There's nobody that's going to be able to stop it. And Esau say in his mind he is a God. He going to be like the Most High. So Esau think he could stop prophecy from happening. And Esau and the wicked rulers of this world's minds they think they could stop the Bible prophecies from happening. Because they know them. They know them. They think they're going to stop them from happening. They not, though. That one. Yeah, I thought about that First Kings. I thought about that First Kings. Let's get that one. Open right up to it, huh? Where I got to start at. 33. Let's go down to let's read 1 Kings 8. And 28. Let's start at 28. Yet have thou respect unto the prayer of thy servant, and to his supplication, O Lord my power, to hearken unto the cry, and to the prayer which thy servant prayeth before thee today, that thy eyes may be open toward this house night and day, even toward the place of which thou hast said, my name shall be there, that thou mayest hearken unto the prayer which thy servant shall make toward this place. And hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel. So that's why you got to have the name, man. You got to have the correct name. And so as we stand up acknowledging our offenses, acknowledging our transgressions of the past, acknowledging that we're the Israelites, acknowledging that the true names of the Lord is Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, as we start to acknowledge these things, then this prayer right here, this is what King Solomon is praying right here now, or asking the Lord, supplication. And hearken thou, 1 Kings 8 and 30, and hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel, when they shall pray toward this place, and hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and when thou hearest, forgive. If any man trespass against his neighbor, and an oath be laid upon him to cause him to swear, and the oath come before thine altar in thy house, then hear thou in heaven, and do and judge thy servants, condemning the wicked, to bring in his way upon his head, and justifying the righteous, to give him according to his righteousness. When thy people Israel be smitten down, when thy people Israel be smitten down before the enemy, because they have sinned against thee, and shall turn again to thee, and confess thy name, and pray, and make supplication unto thee in this house, then hear thou in heaven, and forgive the sin of thy people Israel, and bring them again unto the land which thou gavest unto their fathers. See? So this going back to them dry bones and everything, and Israel standing on their feet, and the other nations in fear, because they know once Israel raised up and the Lord acknowledged Israel, it's nothing they could do about it. It's nothing they could do. They can't do nothing about it. First Kings 8 and 34. Then hear thou in heaven, and forgive the sin of thy people Israel, and bring them again unto the land which thou gavest unto their fathers. When heaven is shut up, and there is no rain, because they have sinned against thee, if they pray toward this place, and confess thy name, and turn from their sin when thou afflictest them, then hear thou in heaven, and forgive the sin of thy servants and thy people Israel, that thou teach them the good way wherein they should walk, and give rain upon thy land, which thou hast given to thy people for an inheritance. Yeah, man. '38. What prayer and supplication whosoever be made by any man or by all thy people Israel, which shall know every man the plague of his own heart, and spread forth his hands toward this house, then hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and forgive and do and give to every man according to his ways, whose heart thou knowest. For thou even thy only knowest the heart of all the children of men. Yeah, man. So that's going back to in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. Then we read in Hosea 5 and 15 that he will go into his place until they not acknowledge their offenses. And so then, you hope and you pray that when we, just like King Solomon said, when they, wherever we at, wherever Israel at, when they in it and they remember and they arise and you put the spirit back in them and they praying that the Lord gonna hear our prayers. So when you hear men say, hey man, chant this place down, always put up prayers on this place, man, that we praying that the Lord is hearing our prayers. Let's go. What else we gonna do? Yeah, I got that one. I got that one. Let's go. Addition to Esther, chapter 10 and 8. Yeah, 10 and 8. And the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews, and my nation is this Israel, which cried to the Most High and were saved, for the Lord hath saved his people, and the Lord hath delivered us unto from all those evils, and the Most High hath wrought signs and great wonders, which have not been done among the Gentiles. Remember, we were saying you're going to be in Tobit 13, declare this amongst the Gentiles. We read in Hosea 8 and 8, Israel is swallowed up amongst the Gentiles, roughly paraphrasing, right? 10, addition to Esther, chapter or book of the it says book of Esther. The 10 through I think 13 is in here. But 10 and 10. It goes, therefore have he made two lots. Therefore have he made two lots, one for the people of the Most High, and another for all the Gentiles. And these two lots came at the hour and time and day of judgment before the Most High among all nations. So the Most High remembered his people and justified his inheritance. For the Lord hath remembered his people and justified his inheritance. Therefore those days shall be unto them in a month, Adar, the 14th, 15th day of the same month, with all assembly and joy and with gladness before the Most High, according to the generations forever among his people. Yeah, man. The covenant with that the Lord made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the sons of Jacob, is forever, man. It's forever. So it was a matter of time before the Lord was gonna raise us up out of this dead state and put that understanding, that knowledge of who we are back in us. Let's go. Scattered don't really need that one. Let's get a couple more. We close out. Get a couple more. Let's go. Isaiah 55. Let's get that one. Isaiah 55. Yeah, good camp. Good, nice, calm camp. Didn't do too much yelling. Voice still kind of raspy, feeling kind of raspy. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and Isaiah 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Yeah, you don't supposed to sell this truth, man. You don't supposed to sell this truth. You supposed to get freely you gave, you got, freely you receive, freely you give. You know. But it's talking about this milk and this drinking and all. This is talking about the understanding, the knowledge. You can't. The Lord, you can't buy the understanding. You could pay for it. You could pay for it. You could look at it. You could read it. But the Lord got to give you the understanding. You can't buy the Lord giving you the understanding of what you're reading, of what you're seeing. You can't pay for that. Wherefore do ye spend money for what which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfy not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Incline your ear, and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live. Going back to that being in the congregation of the dead, right? And going back to Ezekiel the 37th chapter, you know, them bones. You in them graves. You lying in them graves. So them bones is coming up out of them graves, right? They coming alive. Isaiah 55 and 3. Incline your ear and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. Yeah, man. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not thee shall run unto thee, because the Lord thy power, and for the Holy One of Israel, he hath glorified thee. Yeah, the Lord gonna glorify us. In the beginning of this process is going back, taking it back to Ezekiel the 37th chapter. The beginning of this process is the men of the Lord being raised up to teach this word and truth, and also the 1/3 remnant remembering who we are according to the scriptures, or remembering who they are. I shouldn't have said we, remembering who they are, because I don't know. Nobody knows. So yeah, so I think that's about it. I think I done got pretty much most of them I wanted. Yeah. So I'm gonna close out with that one. And the water for whoever checked in, whatever again. Hey, I'm moving on. I hope y'all can too. So with that one, I'm gonna say all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. Salute, much respect to the men that's out here teaching his word, truth and sincerity. To the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad, unlike unto a speckled bird, tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. Peace, blessings, salutations, and to the remnant, men, women, children, remain spiritual out there. And myself too, remain spiritual out there. Rough times, y'all. Shalom, Israel.